So I've just finished my morning coffee and I've been sitting with this message that Spirit brought me when I first woke up this morning. I heard hidden healers. And I asked immediately as I was coming out of my sort of between sleep and wake state what that meant. And I heard the nurses of the fairy realm. And I thought that was interesting because that's not what I expected to hear. I was like, okay, something about these healers, and they were showing me nurses clairvoyantly. And they said the nurses of the fairy realm. So I want to dive into that, but they did channel through a couple of different messages connected to this as well. They said new healing abilities and modalities, and they said styles of creation, styles of creation. So something about being able to work with these different healing abilities in new styles, new ways, new formats, new intuitive abilities have been themes and messages that have been coming through here in these channeled readings. I do feel like that's connected, especially since one of the last readings I did was You've Outgrown Your Old Self, and that one was talking about being able to tap into clairsentience, and something about the neutron window came up there, which if you're curious about, I'll let you dive into on your own. So they were saying removal of heavy buildup in etheric realm, the etheric realm specifically standing out to me. And in that Outgrowing Your Old Self video, we were talking about the catheric template. So I would have to look into how those two are similar, how they're connected, how they're different. But they said removal of heavy buildup in the etheric realm. And then they said techniques remembered and healing abilities coming online en masse. And if I'm taking what came up in the last video about 10 months to a year, the 22nd day, they said that video that I filmed was on the 222 portal. It was February 2nd or February 22nd. Kitty's meowing in the background for confirmation. Then this could be within the next year or so that this is all occurring, that these healing abilities are coming online again, and that things are starting to move in a new direction. I want to say a big thank you to Leslie, who sent in to us the tea leaf oracle from my Amazon wish list. And we're going to use that today. I'm also hearing, that's so weird. I never hear decks. I always feel them or see them. I'm hearing a deck calling to me. It's the crystal one. So I'll pull out some of these cards and then I'll grab the crystal deck. Okay, one sec. That's actually funny because when I woke up right after they gave me that message, I did see this deck because the bookshelf that separates my office area from my bedroom area is in between and I can see through it. So, seeing through it like a window, a shelf, a bookcase. Bookcases to me always speak of the Akashic record or about learning something. This could be tapping into different layers of your Akashic field. They're saying etheric template. Okay. I'm going to pull a couple of cards from here and then we'll get into some of these messages here. Okay, so from the crystal deck, we have fluorite, find peace. We have Lemurian quartz, practice patience. The word practice has been coming up a lot. Practicing and progress and potential, the 3 P's. And peace, 4 P's, okay? Amethyst, trust your intuition. This is what it feels like a big intuitive surge or downloads coming back online. Lemurian quartz holds these memories, right? So maybe it's something again that's like stored in your cache or stored in your memory or something from Lemuria, because they did say techniques remembered. So this could be remembering techniques for healing that originated in Lemuria or that were really stable and anchored in Lemuria. They are saying the word clairsentience again. So this is connected to it. Fluorite helps clear your energetic field. Amethyst helps amplify helps amplify the third eye, but it can help cleanse you during sleep as well. And this channeled download came through when I was in between in that astral state. So That could be something to where you're getting these downloads or how these are going to come in, and they want you to clear your space, clearing your bedroom, having amethyst under your pillow or next to you, near up in the head region or underneath your bed can be helpful. Fluorite in your space, they said. Fluorite in your space. Do I have fluorite? I think I do. Oh, it was right there the whole time. Okay. I went looking for it and I was searching all these little areas, nooks and crannies that I keep my crystals in. I couldn't find it. And I was like about to give up and I sat back down and I was like, wait, did I just like leave it on the table? I did. So maybe it's something that you've been searching for in all of these like obscure places. And then all of a sudden you realize it's been right next to you the whole time, whatever it is, this healing ability, this remembered technique, this, I'm hearing awareness of self. So fluorite can help to cleanse and clear your space. It's a really strong psychic protector as well. It's very purifying. And this is what they were saying. So being able to use these healing abilities in an effective way and to practice them, to perfect them, I'm hearing. I've also been getting the word progress. So perfection, progress over perfection, in my opinion, but to practice these, it's going to help if you can cleanse your auric field and keep it clean. Okay. Angel aura quartz, lighten up. Yes, exactly. Like lighten up your auric field, because this is going to help you, first of all, feel your intuition. It's going to help you keep your energy centers clean. It's going to help you create that inner peace that allows the practice, they're saying, the practice to set in. The practice to set in. And they're showing me something settling. Peace is where we can find our power. And they're showing me like dirt in a jar that's been of water that's been shaken up, and it just really kind of like settling or floating down so that you can see something clearly. Or the lighter bits taking longer to settle. Okay. Let's see. We've got from the tea leaf oracle barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. I'm actually hearing barrel of laughs. Lighten up. Yeah, okay. So laughter helps elevate and raise the frequency. Obviously, it depends on the type of laughter, but when it's really authentic and it comes from that core, from your gut, and it's just really like jovial and fun, that helps raise your frequency. Sometimes laughter can be a symptom of release as well. Like when I did Reiki healing for years on people, each person would have a very unique way of like offshooting energy. Energetic release can show up as crying. It can show up as shaking. It can show up as feeling really cold all of a sudden. And so for some people, it would show up as laughter. For me, it often comes out as yawning. So anytime that I'm energetically releasing something heavy or dense, I start to yawn because that energy is kind of like shifting in my nervous system and wanting to come up and out. So there's so many different ways that energy can be released, and this is going to help lighten up the load. And anything that was stored in the barrel, I'm hearing the word cask. It's reminding me of the word casket, and they were showing me coffins over and over and over again yesterday. So this a casket, something being laid to rest, something buried, something hidden in the past. The cask in the barrel sense is reminding me of like aged wine, something that has taken a long time to mature. And that's why this practice has required patience and trust and finding this peace within, because it's part of that process of lightening up. Okay, we have a month. Oh, actually, we have 3 months here. Okay, May. Sometimes it doesn't like to focus on these cards. May with the cherry blossoms there. June with the beautiful angel wings, getting your wings. And July, May, June, and July. Okay, these are in succession. I did shuffle these cards, but it is a new deck, so maybe that's why they're coming out consecutively like that, or it was just intended to be that way. May, June, and July. The barrel is opened. They're showing me somebody using like a crowbar to pry open the top of the barrel to access its contents. Now I'm seeing a table of contents, like in a library or in a book specifically. When you find the page, the chapter that you're looking for, the content is specific and you can find what you're looking for. This again feels like Akashic record references. And we have the bell, an announcement. There we go. The bell rings, the announcement is made. May. Okay, we have these other decks that they're wanting me to dive into, and this is one we used in one of the last readings, the Angel Answers deck. So let me take a look in here. What is it that you want to say about this message about the hidden healers? What is actually, I'm going to ask specifically about the bell. I want to get clarity on that. Can you clarify the bell in this message about the hidden healers, Spirit? Okay, we have if you believe, and communicate clearly. The bell does communicate clearly. It rings out. You can't help but hear it. It is loud, and it often denotes some kind of a warning, a signal, a celebration, time, right? The bell tower, for whom the bell tolls. There's something about maybe this is like a death process of an old belief. And success. Okay, success. There's going to be an announcement of this. I don't think it's going to be like I don't think it's going to be like a third dimensional announcement. You know, like an email or like a video or like somebody saying something to you. This feels more like communication from the other side and an announcement coming through the people is what they're saying. An announcement coming through the people. Something that we perceived we were lacking is supplemented, I'm hearing as well. Something about supplementation, and this is part of the healing process. I want to ask about the nurses of the fairy realm because we haven't really touched on that too much. Look for a sign. This came up in the other reading as well. Look for a sign. And the situation will improve. So looking for a sign that the situation will improve, that the experience of lacking something will go away. And as you trust your intuition and these signs that you're getting from the non-physical realm, you're going to start to see that things can and will improve. They are saying that it's up to you. So it's not, come on, focus. It's up to you. Maybe it's about how you focus because that did not want to focus on this. So it's up to you in how you choose to use your focus and your belief. Your ability to perceive is everything. What are you looking for? Are you looking for something specific? Do you know what you're looking for? Have you requested a sign? Do you know what those signs show up as for you? Are you in this state of belief? Have you found your peace within, or are you still working to cultivate that? Is your auric field still heavy? Is there stuff that needs to be cleared out? Are you doing that? How are you doing that? Are you listening to your intuition? How does your intuition communicate to you? Is it clear? And is it clear consistently? Maybe it's clear one day and then it's foggy the next. So finding a way to successfully stabilize or clear things out so that it's consistent. I'm seeing sparkles right now. Okay. Thank you. That's spirit moving around. If you believe, then you can achieve success. If you believe, but you have to believe in yourself, and this will be announced to you or through you. We have be assertive, and it's up to you. So being assertive in this case is being very direct with your thoughts. And she's taking off the mask there. So there could be something about really kind of like exposing yourself in a way, communicating and expressing more directly, rather than kind of beating around the bush and saying, I think I believe in this, or this is sort of what I believe in. It's being a little bit more stable is actually the word I want to use in in the frequency that you're holding. Does that make sense? And then because of that, there's healing as a result. So these healing abilities coming online en masse in, I'm assuming, May, June, and July, since those are the months that they've specified here, is going to be really important to lightening up or raising the frequency of the collective. And then where you come into this, whoever you are who's been drawn to this reading, you're here as a messenger for the collective. You're meant to communicate clearly as well. So you're not here to just hold this frequency. The people who don't see this video, will be those who are kind of like dabbling in this frequency. But those of you who see this video, you're here to actually paint a masterpiece with this frequency. Do you see the difference? You're able to really practice that. You have the patience to work with it. You have an untapped healing ability, even if you're already a healer. They just said that, even if you're already a healer. So let's say, for example, you do some form of healing. Maybe it's energy healing. Maybe it's healing with herbs. Maybe it's healing with words, speaking, counseling, communicating. Maybe it's healing with hugs, with love. Maybe it's healing with drugs. Not meaning to rhyme all of these things, but like allopathic healing or holistic healing or whatever. You're some kind of a healer, whether you identify as that or not. You are, and this is what you came here to be. In some respect. Maybe it's not all you came here to be, but it's part of it. And they're showing me right now, and they're saying to me in these multiple ways that you are going to get some kind of a package. Maybe it's a download, and you're able to unwrap that, and you're able to start practicing with this new skill, with this new ability, with this new technique or modality. Maybe it's one that you're being taught, or maybe it's one that you're remembering from the past and you're kind of reinventing it within yourself. And it's for the first time that it's going to be announced or shown to the world. It's going to be successful. So they want you to be assertive in how you download and channel this information, being specific with what you're being shown or what you're being given, what you're being taught, what's moving through you, and then how you express that outward, whether it's to one person or to many. It doesn't matter as long as it's coming through you. That's what matters. That's what counts, is what I heard. That's what counts. There could be something about counting down the days, because they just showed me the count from Sesame Street. Or maybe this is about protecting yourself from energetic vampires, because the count is a vampire, a silly one who counts for fun. But why do I keep rhyming by accident? Lightening up, maybe there's like a mystery in the rhyme, or there's a method to the rhythm, which is part of the healing. Oh, nursery rhymes, nursery rhymes. Fairy tales, fairy realm. Oh, healing through stories, healing through tales. Now they're showing me a coin flipping heads or tails. The spirit coin, they said. What do you mean spirit coin? Let me get another card. Spirit coin feels like, oh my freaking God, no way, the coins. The spirit coin, I don't know what that is. It says money will be coming to you. It flipped out with the cracked cup, though, dissatisfaction with life. And we had the barrel, which was kind of like this feeling of not having enough. But what I'm actually getting here from the cracked cup is more so like these are energetic areas of leakage, energetic leakages that need to be shored up, that need to be healed, so that you can contain and be a vessel to pour out this frequency, this healing, this nurturing, this love, this care, this frequency. And then it's going to result in some kind of a replenishment. It could be physical wealth, if that's what you're lacking. It could be physical health, if that's what you're lacking. It could be, they're just saying wealth, health, and prosperity. So it's something in that arena. But what that's reflecting back is actually what's going on energetically more than anything else. I keep hearing if you believe in magic, which is, I think, Disney, and that's connected to that fairy tale sort of vibe that I'm getting here. The hidden healers, the nurses of the fairy realm. Let's get another one of these cards. The nurses of the fairy realm. Aquamarine. Aqua ray. And allowing this to flow. Go with the flow. Removing any attachments, I'm hearing. Removing attachments. And they're showing me sealing up the cracks. Black tourmaline, protect your energy. Yeah, protecting your energy helps you to lighten up. Helps you to, they're saying secure the bag. But I was also seeing securing your auric field. Protecting your auric field. So black tourmaline is really great for grounding. It's great for EMF protection. It's great for radiation protection. It helps you to get back in your body. It also releases toxins and pulls out negative dross, is what I call it. It's like negative low vibrational energy, distortions, anything like that from the auric field. Removal of waste products. I'm hearing waste products. Okay. And that helps you lighten up. It helps the energy flow through you. It helps you to see this actually move into the world is what it's feeling like. So there's something here that it feels like it starts out as a thought, a feeling, or a belief. And then the way that you are meant to work with it is to actually make it manifest in the matrix. So like you're taking this idea, this frequency, this knowledge from the past or whatever this is. They said knowledge unique to you. Okay, so knowledge unique to you. And you take that and you're able to build it. You're able to make something manifest quite literally out of it. And it could be something that becomes very stable over time. I'm hearing longevity. And it helps to sustain you, both energetically, I'm hearing karmically, dharmic path, okay? It's connected to your purpose. It's connected to, I'm hearing North Node. The North Node just changed signs into Pisces. Pisces is the spiritual healer. It rules the 12th house, rules emotional, energetic, etheric types of healing. Yeah, it rules flow. And we have let it go with smoky quartz. Letting something from the past go. They're showing me that casket, like a nail in the casket, something from the past being laid to rest. Old energy, miasma, deceased. So like dead energy. Okay. Dead energy needs to go. Let it go by letting it flow. So the more that you're able to go with the flow and remove these attachments, the easier it's going to be to release this density that was kind of blocking up the energy field and making it heavier. So it lightens you up. Then you're able to protect your auric field much more successfully. And in doing so, you're able to heal. Now, what are you healing? Let's get more of the tea leaves. The bottom half of the deck, they said. Okay. These are such a huge deck. So I like kind of split it and work with it in pieces. Maybe you're calling pieces of the self back together, soul fragmentation or loss. Okay, we have the wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. The wedge, yeah, it was like separation. A split. It's literally what I was just saying. It's different, but it's on the same page here. So you're going to find where the dissatisfaction lies, is what they're saying. And lies could be like lies within you, or a lie that was told to you, a distortion of the truth that is or has been or will be standing in the way of you and what you want. But they want you to have awareness of this. So if this is coming in the future, because they did say will, if you believe that something can separate you from yourself or from your desire, which is really just a version of you, then that's what you'll create. So you have to be aware that if something appears to be lacking, It's not that it's been kept from you. It's not that it's inaccessible or that it's impossible. It's actually that there's something that has wedged its way into you and needs to be cleared out. And that's why this practice of healing takes so much patience. It's not an overnight thing. Healing can take decades. And in the spiritual community, there's a belief of, you can do it overnight. I wouldn't recommend it. It can cause psychic breaks. Okay, don't do that. But on the other side of that, there's also a completely opposite, opposing, and yet simultaneous truth, which is that miracles can and do happen, and that miracles can occur spontaneously, very quickly, in no time at all. So we have to equate for or account for these two opposites that are simultaneously true. And it's up to you to intuit which kind of phase you're in or where you're at. Okay, we have the skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. So something that was kept secret within your auric field is needing to be exposed. And that's why they were showing us this energy of like protecting yourself, getting to the root of this, or finding, they're saying something about lost keys, finding the lost keys. Temporary situation. This is only a temporary situation. You've like set up camp in a particular frequency is what they're showing me, but it's not permanent. And you're just waiting there until you can find the lost keys, because those lost keys give you access to something that allows you to express this energy more fluidly and to communicate more clearly. Because as I was trying to say that, I bit the side of my tongue. So maybe it's something you've been holding back. Why? Why have they been holding this back, Spirit? Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Because you've had to kind of get to a new level here. I'm also hearing torch bearer. And this came up in this message, or this symbol came up in a previous reading. I can't remember which one. I think it was the dark feminine one. And I was being shown stuff to do with Hecate and how she's the torchbearer, and other dark feminine. I'm hearing the Morrigan. I'm also hearing Morgana. Okay, yeah. So these are expressions of like the shadow or dark feminine. Those two words are not necessarily interchangeable in the way I've just used them. So use your intuition to discern. But there's something of like this repressed part of the self, and the feminine is the healing essence. So maybe it's like this secret that was repressed that created dis-ease or dysfunction, right? Because if energy can't flow, that's what creates illness. So energy needs to be able to flow properly. Otherwise it becomes stagnant and it starts to build and attract low vibrational energy. It starts to, they're showing me something about harmonizing. Sound healing or sound frequency could be helpful here. They're showing me like a pool of energy around the hips. So kind of in between sacral and solar plexus area on the right hand side of the hips, and it's like a dark pool of energy that needs to be purified and cleansed, and they're showing me a frequency being emitted into it that helps to purify it, and it's turning lighter and lighter and lighter, and all that gross sort of dark energy is being dissolved. They're giving me the word dissipated. And they're showing me something about they said syncopated. I don't know what that word means. And I don't feel like turning on my laptop and Googling stuff today as I normally would. We're just going to do cards and channeling. But there's something here about syncopated. If you want to look that up and put it in the comments, feel free. And connected to that energy pool that was stagnant, that's being cleared. Okay. Quill, get back to basics. This card, energy, this message keeps coming up, not this card. This is the first time I've seen this card, but we had a back to basics energy in the last reading from a different deck. So this could be like a basic form of healing, and yet it's revolutionary in some way. I'm not sure how. Bird flying, news is on the way. Announcement, news is on the way. You're going to get news of this. But again, I don't feel like this is coming. It just does not like focusing on these cards. I don't think that this news is going to come from a traditional outlet or source. I feel like this news is going to come through your spirit team. It's going to come through like your dream state, an intuitive download during meditation, or spontaneously as you're just going about your daily life. It could come through as an innate knowing or a thought. It could come through as a memory that you start to recall, or an awareness of a pain point in the body that you're able to focus on and dissolve in this intentional way. Removing the wedge, they said, removing the wedge. And they're showing me that there was like a wedge that was preventing the natural flow of energy, like it was keeping the door shut, and the door needs to be open to have that energy flow through the house, the body, the tent, the temporary house. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, you're meant to lighten your auric field right now. Removing any density. Residual, they're saying something about residual healing. What do you mean by that? Residual healing? They're showing me energy flowing through the system and creating healing in areas that were lagging behind is actually the word they're giving me. And they're saying spiritual development. I'm not sure if this is in you or in other people, or it's both. It's both. Okay. Speak your truth. Okay, we have speak your truth and communicate clearly. I did notice my sodalite when I was looking for the fluorite, and that can help to enhance your throat chakra. So something about speaking this into existence or communicating this in some way. Can we get clarity about what this is that the collective is meant to be speaking into truth or speaking into reality? Tiger's eye, overcoming your fears. Almost feels like there's one more I want to look at. Aventurine, create your own luck. I did notice that crystal as well. I have a green aventurine heart that stood out to me when I was looking through my crystal pile. Okay, so creating your own luck. That's a synchronicity from this morning. I was seeing stuff to do with luck and God's will. And I always say that luck is alignment. There's no such thing as like just random luck in my eyes anyway. I mean, there is, right? Statistically, there is. But when we have increased luck, it's actually because we're working with that flow of energy in a way that is natural, that is organic, that is aligned, and it's very high frequency. And when we stay in that alignment and we keep that balance, that's when things can start to flow more naturally and we start to experience quote unquote luck. So there's a process of facing these fears, these hidden secrets or lies that kept you separate from yourself, that dampened down your spiritual development. Maybe it's a fear of being seen or speaking your truth, speaking out, sharing these gifts, being a healer. This can be connected to, I'm hearing something about, okay, hold on. I was going to say this can be connected to the persecution imprint, the witch wound, but they said progeny. Progeny. Something connected to lineage? Progeny. Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. A long journey, physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yes, it will. This has been a long journey. That's why you've had to practice patience, is it not? Because on long journeys, we have to pace ourselves as we go. The elephant is also reminding me of a couple of other things. Firstly, elephants never forget. So there's some kind of memory that's being retrieved. They're saying it was guarded on your behalf, intact, and they're saying retrieval. They're showing me soul fragmentation coming back together. So soul fragment retrieval. unification of self. This is what creates the healing passage. They said healing passage. Now, the other thing that the elephant was reminding me of is when poachers would try to steal their tusks. I mean, they pushed elephants almost to the brink of extinction. So there's something about like there was a harvesting of materials from within you that were very valuable. Maybe it was your light. They said quintessence. Quintessence. I don't know what that means literally, but the way they're showing it to me is like a liquid light. The elephant also reminds me of good luck and blessings. The remover of obstacles, Ganesha, helps you to get rid of this wedge. The trumpet, also very loud. The elephant, the bell, some kind of a loud sign that you won't be able to ignore, because it's in your face, you know, like you can't ignore an elephant. The elephant in the room, right? You can't ignore it. Okay. And ear. I was going to say the elephant's ears are so huge. And then we have the ear card. Good news. So you're going to hear something. Come on. There we go. Good news. You're going to hear something. They said, listen up. And they're showing me the ear cavity in the skull. Ooh, that's interesting. The ear cavity in the skull. So maybe this is something that's coming through your sinuses. Maybe it's something that's coming through your ear canal. Maybe it's something you're hearing clairaudiently. The ears are connected to the throat as well. Ear, nose, and throat, right? Oh, they said ear, nose, and throat doctor. And they're showing me the elephant with like a little nurse's hat on. That's funny. The elephant with a nurse's hat on. Healing the ear, nose, and throat. Pathways of connection. They're showing me different meridians and how the energy, they're saying the word transduces, how the energy transduces through, these are like, yeah, they're saying meridian again, but it's like different nodal points in the auric field, how energy is meant to move through. And they're showing me that there was a wedge like here in the throat, and it's between the ear and the throat, but they're also showing me nasal, like all of this here. It's like a little triangle or like a diamond, and there was a wedge right here. That one's on the right side for somebody anyway. And the other one was on the right side too, both on the right side. Right side is masculine polarity. So, working with the flow of that, and we're talking about dark feminine. So maybe it's like repressed feminine due to an overactive masculine energy. I mean, like not an actual man. It's overactive masculine polarity. Okay, we have 3 more. The pineapple, reconciliation. January. Does not like focusing on these cards. And inkpot, problems to be resolved. Spilled inkpot. And this looks like dark miasma, like the black ink. So something spilled in an attempt to communicate. This may have happened in January, but I'm actually seeing the guy being like frozen. So this could have been something that was stuck or frozen in time. In the auric field, in the memory banks, they're saying memory center, they're saying hippocampus, memory center. Frozen in time, this can be about the freeze response, like a trauma response. And when we go into freeze response, the body can like hold on to emotional memory. The body keeps the score. It's like that kind of thing where the tissue will hold on to the memory or the emotion of that experience because it was unable to be processed at the time. And they're saying lighten up. So something about this heaviness needs to be discovered and gently, gently, gently teased out. They're showing me tangles in hair being gently teased out. Like the more you yank on it, the worse it gets. So you have to kind of go from bottom to top when you're detangling, and you have to be really smooth with it and using some kind of detangler. And this is what the light acts as in this healing metaphor. The liquid light is like a detangler. When you shine that on the area, it helps to elevate the frequency of the wound or of the, they said disarm, something about disarm and dharma. Disarm dharma? Dharma disarms the wound. Oh, dharma disarms the wound. But it helps to elevate the frequency of that miasma or of that density, and it makes it easier to remove it. It's like now they're showing me like cleaning your kitchen. You use a dissolving spray. It helps to break down the dirt, the gunk, and then it's easier to wipe it away. Okay, this could be part of the new modality of healing, finding a new way of administering this type of healing. They're saying something about tincture, and they're showing me a small glass vial, a tincture. I don't work with substances like that. Like I don't create anything like, but it feels like a little witchy potion. It's really cute. Maybe there's something there. If some of you work with essences of herbs or medicine in some way, they just keep saying tincture. Okay, we have crib, birth or conception of a child, or enterprise. This feels like an enterprise to me. I mean, it could be a child. This could be doing some energy healing so that you are more fertile physically, or healing the inner child wound. But I'm seeing it connected to this modality. It does feel like an enterprise. It does. Something that's meant to come to pass. I just heard what? Oh my God. And then all the cards just spilled everywhere. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I've seen references to that movie several times. I still have not watched it. Spirit has dropped it into my consciousness several times, but they've not prompted me to actually sit down and watch it. There's a timing to it, they're saying. But it felt like that may be relevant in some way to what I just said. Something that's meant to come to pass. And then the explosion of these cards. So let me pick them up. We have Fair Woman, Dragon. Okay, I'm going to put these to the side so I can know which ones are there. Okay, it's less than I thought. It just felt like an explosion of all of these different cards, but there's actually 5. So we've got Candle, You Will Be Shown the Way. So you will be shown the way. You will be shown the way. Butterfly, A Change for the Better. Camel, Preserve. No, I misread that. Persevere, and you will overcome problems. And then we had the Fair Woman, Dealings or Relationship with a Woman with Blonde, Gray, or White Hair. And Dragon, Beware of Self-Delusion. But the dragon lines could be significant, or the dragon meridians in the body. Dragon coding. And through this whole video, I've had itching on my wrist, on my right hand side. So again, the right hand side is so significant. Something about an itch that needs to be scratched. That's going to help you to overcome these problems. Mice, discord among friends or family. So you might want to watch out for any areas of discord from past, present, or that you're feeling from the future if you're extra sensitive to and able to perceive through time. Like I can feel stuff that's going to happen before it happens. And I've, with practice, been able to identify whether it's coming from the past, the present, or the future. That could be something to work on as well, or maybe that's part of this healing modality. Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. And lastly, the Well, family wishes come true. So there's something positive here that is happening to do with family. I'm hearing an announcement. They're showing me the crib again. So maybe this is a child being born. This can represent a new beginning, but it could be a literal birth announcement. And maybe it's as a result of some kind of healing work that you've done, or healing that you've done for someone else. Maybe it's a family member or a soul family member, right? Somebody who's not necessarily biological family, but somebody who is connected to you at soul level. Although they did just give me the word progeny again. So there does, okay, now that I'm kind of seeing all these pieces that they're giving us, it does kind of feel like there's a lineage that is progressing. It's up to you though. And underneath that we have abundance. I like that. That's the coins again. The coins, the flow, the abundance, the income, the overflow. I split the deck again, and be assertive is there. I had put it back in and it's here again. Okay. So being very assertive and direct with the type of action that you are taking to facilitate this healing, to welcome these messages in, to listen, to perceive, to hear, to see, to feel, to be open to that, to believe it when it comes to you, rather than to discard it or to put it to the side or pretend it's just a delusion. No, there's substance to this if you pay attention. And then you're able to speak something into existence. Maybe it's healing through your words. Maybe it's what you say to other people that's very healing to them, or something that you say and affirm to yourself that's healing to you, that heals the discord. And didn't we have discord? Yeah, discord among friends and family. Healing the discord. Discord. A cord of attachment. Dis-ease. A cord of attachment that creates dis-ease. Disc makes me think of something that's been on repeat for a while, or spinning in the same direction. It needs to be cleared, clearing the disc, clearing the cache. No, I'm holding my head. I didn't realize that until right there. Something about the skull, because we did have that, the skull in the bones of the head. I just felt the prompt to ask you, what does the skull represent to you? What does the skull represent to you? Interpretation is important. How you interpret. This is how you communicate clearly. Because if I say the skull in one context and you have a completely different context, then we're going to misunderstand each other. And this is what they're saying about communicating clearly, is that they've been giving you signs and symbols, but maybe you're misinterpreting them, or there's a learning curve to being able to unpack the specific meanings. And they're showing me that they're saying cortex. That word came up in the last reading, but they're showing me that table of contents again. So like being able to know the word or the energy signature of that which you're looking to find gives you the specificity to be able to actually find it. It's like a needle in a haystack, but you have a magnet. So it's quite easy to find it. And even though it may seem chaotic and things explode out and there's stuff everywhere, it's actually not. And you can figure out the pattern. I heard somebody say yesterday that 3 is the base number that creates a pattern. And I was in my head going, well, to me, 2. Like spirit can show me something 2 times and I'll see the pattern because I'll feel it at the same time. It's not arbitrary. Even if shown something once, it may stand out to you. But if you're shown it a second time, and then especially if you're shown it throne wanted to come out, shone the light of the throne, seated on the throne of the soul. But yeah, if you're shown that 3 times, shining a light on it, you will be shown the way. You will be shown, shone, throne, Thor. Sometimes free association is helpful. But yeah, you'll be shown the pattern. You'll see the pattern, and you'll know what to do with it because the vibration will match. That's how you'll know, is what they're saying. The vibration will match, and you'll feel that. And then there's some kind of a maternal instinct I'm hearing. They're saying family wishes coming through, and they're showing me the elephant again. They're saying wishes coming true. Do you believe in magic? So there's something from childhood or something maternal or having a child that is birthed. And they're saying from the ethers. Something that manifests out of thin air or seems to come out of nowhere. It feels like a miracle, and it is. This may have taken a lot of time and patience and practice to get to, but the miracle may appear to happen overnight. Interesting. So it's kind of both, right? Like we were talking about before, it can sometimes take decades to do something that will then result in an outcome that occurs very quickly. So it seems like it just happens, but really it was everything that went into it beforehand. My mom always used to say, again, maternal energy. My mom always used to say, it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. Oh, right. We have this success card. Where is it? Underneath here. Okay. Yeah. Months of the year. I just pulled another one off the top. April. The cherry blossoms in all of these cards are kind of standing out to me. May and April specifically both have those cherry blossoms. So maybe there's something in the spring that's going to be blossoming for you that was frigid or cold in the winter months. Kind of mirroring nature, right? But it starts to resolve itself or dissolve itself, to melt away. And then you're able to see very clearly when it's time to act. We have lobster with financial pinch, but I actually read it as final pinch. The final pinch. The last one. And the lion, time to act. Okay. So then when it's time to act, when it's time to implement, when it's time to really take what you've learned, what you've digested, what you've healed, what you've shown to yourself. I'm hearing again, shown, the word shown being highlighted to me. You will be able to put that into practice in a very literal way. And it will be time to act, to help the masses. Okay. They're saying put on your glasses. I was just going to end the reading, and then they showed me somebody putting on their glasses. Maybe it's about reading something more clearly, being able to see it. That's part of the energy of communication. Glasses help to magnify or amplify, or they help to focus, right? We were having focus issues with these cards. They help you to focus on the words. They did say word of God, and I'm not talking Bible stuff here, maybe, but the word of God. And the word of God was spoken, they said, and they're showing me frequency of sound waves. Glasses are sight, ears, sound. Seeing and hearing unite, they just said. Okay. They're showing me a cup and a flame, and the pouring of the liquid light into the cup, with the flame growing brighter and stronger. Future tense, they said, future tense. That's a writing term. The type of word you use, is it future tense or past tense? So there's something happening in the future here that they're referring to. Yeah, definitely. I feel that confirmation strong in my body. Okay. Anything else that collective needs to know about this message, Spirit? You will be made to manifest and face your fears, but through those fears you will address the sublimation of and supplanting of your throne of consciousness. You will take back what was yours and rightfully yours to be sown as a seed of your progeny. Amen. Amen. Man. Amen. Amen Ra. Amenti. Halls of Amenti. A menstrual cycle. Yeah. See, this is just how I process and interpret the messages that come through. And if I say something and it hits, then I'll follow that thread. So follow the thread, because there's something very, very profound here that is connected to your healing, to the collective healing, to a lineage healing of some kind, to the great wealth of the progeny, they're saying, great wealth of the progeny. Whatever that means. Okay. So I think I'll leave the message here because we're at like an hour already. This always happens. And I need to go shower. Hour shower. There's so much to do with rhyming in this. Okay. So spells, rhyming, fairy tales, messages, communication, patterns of communication, and getting to the meaning of something within the message. Okay. I love you guys. Thanks for being here and allowing me to work through this process of channeling in my unique way. Let me know what resonates for you, or what's come up for you through these messages, or what you've been getting, because you guys have been commenting on the videos in such helpful ways. Like, I'm seeing so many connections between what you're seeing and what I'm seeing and what you've been shown, what I've been shown, or how you interpret what I'm sharing here. Very helpful, very helpful. Everyone has a puzzle piece. It's important we put them together. And so thank you for supporting my work here on the channel, literally and figuratively. And thank you for supporting my work on my other channel, It's Tarot and Beyond, where we do pick a card style readings. Here we do collective channeled messages, obviously. So yeah, I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.